Hi, it's Miss Alyssa and I'm with 21st Century in Pasco, and I am going to show you guys how to make a chemical reaction to make elephant toothpaste. First, I'm going to start out with explaining the 3 vocab words that you're going to learn during this experiment. First is ratio, and a ratio is how much something is compared to something else. So when I say 1 to 1, it means it is the same amount as something else. Or if I say 2 to 1, that means that there is 2 more than the 1 that there is. Let me explain this to you in like a picture. Well, not a picture, just using these props. So 1 to 1 is like you have 1 orange and 1 apple. There's the same amount of each going into the experiment. Now, if you have a 2 to 1 ratio, you have 2 oranges to that 1 apple. So you have double the amount of oranges than you do of the apple. So that's what ratio means. So when I use that term, it's going to be 1 to 1 for this experiment, but when you are trying it at home, you can change the ratios to make a bigger reaction. The next vocab word I'm going to explain is consistency. In this experiment, consistency is going to be how thick the paste is. And finally, the last vocab word I'm going to be explaining to you is exothermic reaction. An exothermic reaction is a chemical reaction that gives off heat. So this experiment, when we're doing it, it is going to get a little bit warm. It's not going to get hot that's going to burn you, so don't worry. Here is a list of materials that you will need to complete this experiment. A plastic soda or water bottle, 1 packet of dry active yeast, 3 tablespoons of warm water, 1/2 cup hydrogen peroxide, 2 tablespoons liquid dish soap, food coloring, a small cup, a funnel or a second water bottle to make a funnel, measuring cups and spoons, and a towel to make sure that your area stays clean. Alright, so the first step is you're going to need this water bottle, and this water bottle is what everything's going to be going into. I'm going to show you how to make a funnel out of another water bottle in case you don't have one. So we're just going to cut this very carefully, and it's going to make a funnel so we could put it on the top of that. So let me do that. I have a funnel, but we're just going to do this just in case you guys don't, so you can see. See how that's a funnel now? And so now we can put it on top of here, and we can get our liquids into the water bottle a little bit better. Next, we're going to take our hydrogen peroxide, and it looks like this. It comes in this kind of bottle. And we're going to measure out 1/2 cup, and we're going to add it to this water bottle right here. So I already have it measured into the 1/2 cup, and I'm going to take my funnel that I made, and I'm going to place it over the water bottle and pour in the peroxide. See how that works? Nice funnel. And there we go. Got it in there. Then we're going to take any kind of food coloring, and we're going to add 10 drops into there. This part isn't necessary, but it makes it kind of colorful and fun, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to choose purple this time. So I'm going to put 10 drops in this bottle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. All right. And if you get a little bit more in there, that's okay. It's just going to be darker. So I did purple. Next, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of dish soap. And it has to be something that says grease fighting or fights grease or something like that, because that's going to be the chemical you want. So I have some of this Great Value Ultra 3 times grease fighting, and that's going to work. So if it looks like this and you use it on your dishes, then that's what you're looking for. And I'm not going to use the funnel because I'm afraid I'm going to miss if I use the funnel. So I'm going to just carefully pour it in here to get it in there. So there's 1. And we need 1 more. So we're going to fill it all the way to the top. Put 1 more in there. Then we're gonna mix our warm water. So 3 tablespoons of warm water and our dry active yeast. So, and I just have 1 package and this is already pre-measured. So I'm going to go ahead and pour this into the cup. So we're going to take this and we're going to mix it up, and we need a consistency that is going to be of like melted ice cream. So we just need to keep mixing it and mixing it in there, and if we need to add more water then we will, but we're going to see how it turns out. It's kind of lumpy, so we're going to keep mixing. And it doesn't have to be a cup like this. This is actually a cup from laundry detergent, an extra cup from laundry detergent that I saved. So you can just use a clear plastic cup or a bowl or whatever you have. So now do you see how it's kind of looks like melted vanilla ice cream? That is what we are looking for to be able to start this reaction. Now we're going to take this and we're going to swish it around to kind of mix the dish soap in there. We want to swish it, swish it, swish it, swish it, but just be careful not to overflow it. It's getting kind of bubbly. That's what you're wanting, just so that everything is mixed together. You're using a 1-to-1 ratio of the yeast to the water, but you could try at home mixing a different ratio, maybe twice the yeast to the amount of water, to see if it does anything different. So I would like you to see if you guys can mix different ratios, maybe more dish soap, maybe more yeast, maybe more peroxide, and see and test out to see what would happen. Is it going to make an explosion? Is it going to not work? Is it going to be better than the one I'm doing? I have no clue. I've never done this. So we will see how this works once we pour the yeast into our solution. All right, this is my daughter, Mallory. Say hi.
Hi.
And she's going to help me by pouring in the yeast into this bottle. And then we're going to see what happens. Are you ready, Mal?
Yeah.
You're going to be in charge of this. Hold on. Let Mommy get the funnel. Now go ahead and pour the yeast in. Let's see what happens. Get it in there. Whoa. More. Quick. Whoa. It's going.
Oh, I made a big spill. Ew.
You gotta mix it a little bit. There you go. Whoa.
It's coming out.
Wow.
I will taste it.
Don't taste it, but you can touch it. So when the exothermic reaction, it's still coming out. When the exothermic reaction happens within this bottle, which it is very warm to the touch now, it uses up pretty much all the peroxide. So all of this that's coming out is basically just dish soap and the water, because the peroxide that got used in it is getting all used up by the chemical reaction inside. So it is very warm and it is kind of fun to touch. You want to touch it, Mal? You can touch it. It's not going to hurt you. You're going to put your little character in there. You can put your character in there. It's not going to hurt it. All right. I got scared for a minute that it wasn't going to work, but I just needed to swish it a little bit. So if yours isn't working at home, maybe swish it. And it's still going. Look at that. It's still flowing out of there. And maybe if you would use a smaller bottle, maybe it would be a bigger reaction. Or if you used a bigger bottle with more liquid and stuff, it would be a bigger reaction. We just used a regular size water bottle and it still going.
I put a unicorn inside, baby.
You put a unicorn baby inside?
Yeah.
What does it feel like, Mel?
It feels like slushy.
It feels like slushy?
Yeah, it's a purple slushy.
It's a purple slushy? No
Yeah.
way.
It's like a lava.
It's like lava?
It's a lava slushy. Like
Yeah, it is. All right.
It's purple lava.
Well, it has pretty much stopped. How does it feel?
Good.
Touch the bottle. Is the bottle cold or hot? It's warm, huh?
Yeah.
That's because of the chemical reaction. The last thing I have for you guys are 3 questions you can ask yourself when you do this experiment at home and to try to use some variations. 1, does the amount of foam changed with the amount of yeast you use in this experiment? 2, will the experiment work well if you don't mix the yeast with the warm water first? And 3, does the size of the bottle affect how much of the foam is produced? I would love for you guys to try different variations of this experiment out to see how big of an explosion of elephant toothpaste you can get at home. Alright guys, well that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this STEM experiment. I would love to see the variations that you guys used at home to get different chemical reactions. I hope you guys had fun, and I will see you later next time for another fun experiment.